Venetia Phillips. Am I saying her name right? Venetia Phillips. Venetia Phillips. Oh, let me tread carefully upon this one. That name is scary. Lucky thing me have on my mask, brother. Because the things I've been hearing about this woman, let me choose my words carefully. Let me read them up on my screen. Allegedly, she's involved with the stopping of voters from voting at election stations or election voting booths. That's the rumors that's on the internet. Go search it up on YouTube, it's there. I didn't say it. I'm just echoing what I've heard. I'm just being an echo chamber. Now, this all comes from 3 voice notes that came out on YouTube. And a matter of fact, let me pause here and go show you these voice notes. Just give me a second. Now, in those voice notes that you can see, it is clear that, there's some wild accusations that's being made. Now, I obviously didn't put them up on the screen, meaning the actual voice notes themselves. I just had to pause and do a screenshot of the, of the voice notes. That's where I'm getting this information from. And as you can see, this is the guy that's made a lot of these allegations. Then there's a situation of theft where apparently, reportedly 15 million was missing from her house or place of residence. And when she called the police, she only reported 5 million being stolen. What? And from what I understand, is this the MP that switched from PNP to JLP? Am I right in saying that? I'm corrected if I'm wrong. But yeah. Then there's the violence and corruption that's involved, the police aligned with her. This is another allegation by those voice notes, by the way. Everything I'm saying so far are allegations by the voice notes, so you can go listen to them for yourselves. Okay? Now here, you can hear her, the guy, she's basically saying that, when she needs someone get roughing up or whatever it may be, she's got a squaddies that she can call. Boy, I've never heard a situation where politicians are using the police, JCF, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, as their personal henchmen and their personal sort of people to mete out jungle justice, because that's what that is. That's crazy. Now, the guy in the voice note just not only have these accusations against Venetia Phillips in that regard and the policeman, he's also actually saying that there are these so-called bad men or gangsters that she has on her behest as well, at her beck and call, where when she needs certain things done, certain jungle justice meted out, she can call upon these guys to do her bidding. And there's one situation where I've heard of, I was listening to another YouTube channel where they're basically saying there have been drive-by shootings going on in a place called Jewsland. And apparently she has some connection to this. And from what I understand, Jewsland, I'm assuming, is a PNP sort of stronghold. And since she switched over to JLP, I don't know. I'm just going by what I've heard. This is not me. You have to go question these people on this. You do the YouTube search, you'll see this. The other one is this particular person that's been putting out these voice notes, in particular, he's fled Jamaica. He's fled the country. I'm assuming he's living abroad, either in the UK or in America. So it's not that he's fled and he feels he's, sort of safe, that he's sort of exposing all this stuff from this particular MP, Venetia Phillips. Now, this is crazy because if this is true, if all this is true, and I'm not saying she's the only one, we've heard rumors about all the other big names, you know the names. All the big names that are tied into gangs and terrorists, Because I don't call these gangs in Jamaica gangs. I call them terrorists because they move and act like terrorists. A gang is like if you have, you know, a couple people and them do them like a thing. But these are terrorists, brother. The acts that they commit, the things that you hear some YouTubers report that they do and they get involved with, that's terrorism, brother. That's the definition of terrorism. And these people should be treated under the act of terrorism. There should be a Guantanamo Bay like place in Jamaica for these particular terrorists, where once you belong to these so-called gangs, these terrorist groups, you don't go in the normal jail like the other people who break the law. There's a special place for you, and that special place, most of your rights are denied because you're a terrorist. So now, if you're supposed to get 3 or 4 square meals a day, you're lucky if you get 1. No phone call, regular, you understand me? Lockdown, like harsh treatment, like really harsh treatment. That's what you forget as a terrorist, especially if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 50 bodies on your name. You're not just a terrorist, you're a monster. You're evil, you're a demon. So therefore you shouldn't be treated like a human being. You should be treated like a demon. A terrorist. So I don't know, for these stuff that I'm hearing, if this is all true, Venetia, you shouldn't be in politics. You should be behind bars. But hey, what do I know? I'm not in Jamaica, I don't live in Jamaica, so I don't have the, you know, excuse me, I don't have the answers to that. I can just go by what other YouTubers are posting, and I'm just repeating it in the sense because to me they're questions. I'm questioning all this. If all this is true that we've been hearing, then yeah, your position is untenable. You need to step down. You need to exit politics expeditiously. It's that simple. But hey, what do I know? The other thing I want to end this long ass video with is some concerns of mine. Okay? Now, there's a situation where it came to light during the local election of people being bribed. Like, they're being promised houses, fertilizers, chicken feed, even box of chicken, KFC, and God knows what else. I don't know. Box of orange juice and patty. It's crazy. Some are even getting money. These are all forms of bribery. That is corruption. It is illegal to bribe the electorate. Or isn't that a law in Jamaica? It is illegal to bribe the electorate for votes. Is there no rule on laws on the law book for this? So you can just go around and bribe people? Imagine if Donald Trump did that. Can you imagine the backlash? That would have broke the internet. Donald Trump has been found guilty of bribing the electorate to sweep the election in his favor. You would have never heard the internet. CNN, who, you know, CNN is pro the Democrats. You know that already. And I think Fox News is pro the Republican. In Jamaica, the political system is no different. Just looking at certain media, I can kind of tell which one is pro JLP and which one is pro PNP. You know what I mean? I'm not going to call any names, but it is what it is. It's not unique to Jamaica. Every country in the world have a similar situation that they're plagued with. The media is either bought out or they're silenced. The UK is no different. Certain media houses or mainstream media are there as the echo chamber for the government. It's that simple. Now, that's the first thing I want to highlight. The bribery, that's illegal, and how these people get away with this and they're not being fined or brought before a deposition or jailed for it or be disbarred from running as a politician or step down from office because of it is mind-boggling to me. They're facilitating corruption. You have to pay the electorate to vote for you. You have to give them fertilizer. Now here's the thing. For all those people that's receiving and accepting these fringe benefits, like houses, fertilizer, chicken feed, KFC, chicken and money. Here's a question to Uno, because Uno soon not gonna dunce. No one in Jamaica so backward. Uno enabling the stupidity. Here's my question to you. When a politician from either party, especially the government, which is the sitting government, come to you and say, vote for we and we give you a house, we help you get a house. We help put you on the NHS list or whatever. Oh, you're a farmer and you raise livestock chicken, we give you chicken feed. You're hungry, you're starved, we give you a box of chicken, we give you KFC. You're broke, you need some money, we give you some money. Here's the question that you're not asking yourself. You should be asking the politician, tell me, Mr. Politician, when we were crying out for houses, for money, opportunities, as a farmer, chicken feed expensive and in short supply. Fertilizer expensive, and boy, isn't it a effort to get it. It always not that they are unavailable, or it costs you a whole heap of money. But now that election have come on, Uno seem to find it all of a sudden. All of a sudden the budget is there for buy and dish out and distribute chicken feed, fertilizer, and to distribute money. All of a sudden the budget is earmarked for these things only come election time. And then after election, if we come to you and ask you, you say, yeah, we don't have the budget and we don't have enough money and money kind of tight and the budget not allow for this and one bag of excuse. But when election time come, road are fixed, things are paint up, and I'm like, hold on a minute. You've been in power all this time, and we've been suffering with these roads. And then all of a sudden now, you find the money for fix roads? You know, so them taking off for idiot and for fool. Seriously, we've heard stories of the aftermath of the local election, where voters were barred in Twickenham Park and Portmore, especially among electorates who are police and soldiers. These are reports. I have my ear to the ground. I hear everything. I see everything. I might not comment on everything, but I hear and I see everything. I don't miss much. Okay? Then there's is there any independent witnesses that oversees the ballot process in Jamaica? Is there an electoral ombudsman that is an independent body, official body that monitors the election? Are there any independent, and when I say independent witness, by the way, I don't mean, sometimes you have to have people from a foreign country, and I don't like to insert foreigners in Jamaica's thing, but since Jamaica is a foreign mind, in a lot of countries where their political system is lacking, they tend to be foreign onlookers, foreign viewers, foreign witnesses, or monitors, if you like. They have no horse in the race. They're not biased. They're just there to observe the electoral process and make sure that it's fair and above board, and there's no shenanigans and no irregularities going on. And if there are, they report it to the appropriate bodies and do their report. Do they have something like that in Jamaica? Because if you leave it up to these political system, the corruption is just rife everywhere. We heard this because a lot of police stations apparently experience irregularities, especially in the communities where the PNP is a stronghold. I'm just saying. And I've mentioned before, I know a lot of Jamaicans are fed up with both sides of the party, but you know, not voting is not a solution. It really isn't. It's actually the problem. If you're not happy with something or a government, you vote them out. If you're not happy with your MP or the person that's in charge of your constituent or parish or whatever, your community, you vote them out. You don't just say, I'm fed up with the system, whatever. We understand you being fed up, but a non-vote is not an option. You have to vote. I mean, I always say I don't support any political party and I don't support any politician, but it doesn't mean I don't vote. And it's the same thing over here in the UK. I still do vote, but I vote according to policies and what I feel will benefit me in my local community. That's how I do it.